Boom.
Bam. All right, awesome. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. This is episode number 189 of My Cup of Tea. Joining me is this guy. Who are you?
This guy, me, 189. One more to 190. The big 190. That's a giant landmark, you know, for some people. But this is exciting. This is exciting because right now for the title we just have like Marvel rumors, and I've seen some of the rumors, from last week, but I didn't take any notes on anything. But that's what Nathan's here for, to dive into some of the Marvel rumors, what may or may not be true, what could be happening this year in 2026 and beyond for the MCU, for Marvel. So pretty tame, chill episode. We got nothing to review. Wonder Man is wrapped up. And go watch Wonder Man, everybody. So yeah, Wonder Man's wrapped up. There's no Marvel show on the air, no comic book show on the air. But we're gonna enjoy these times in February because March is gonna be hectic as hell. Excuse me. With Invincible, Daredevil Born Again, and then Maul, Shadow Lord all coming out in March. So Hyperspace and My Cup of Tea is going to be pretty busy in March, which is very exciting. Very exciting spring season for our podcast. But before that, here we are, Marvel rumors. So pull that shit up, Nathan, and read it and weep. Tell me what we got today.
Let's do it. Let's do it, Evan. Yeah, so before I get into majority of stuff, which is accumulated from our boy Alex over at Cosmic Circus, he tends to be our go-to to listen out for rumors on things. He seems to be a fairly reliable guy. But I do have like one or two miscellaneous things.
I like miscellaneous.
Just in the grand sphere of whatnot. One of which Chris Hemsworth is currently doing press for. I think his new movie Crime 101, I think it's called.
I got my tickets for Saturday. I'm excited. Halle Berry, Mark Ruffalo, Barry Keoghan, Statcast.
All from Marvel movies.
Yes. Yeah, Marvel was their career. Yeah, exactly. Nothing else, just Marvel movies.
They are, they are getting asked about different Marvel things, Halle Berry included, who seems to firmly on the stance that I'm not in Doomsday, but could you ask Chris Hemsworth why I'm not in it?
It's so weird. It's like the reporters are being like they're being messy and stupid. Like I guess the boss is like, you have to mention the elephant in the room, which is Avengers Doomsday. But like, she's not in the cast. What do you expect her to say about like, so you're not in Doomsday? Do you want to be in a Marvel? Do you want to get paid $1 million? Yeah, I do. Yeah. It's like, what do you think she's gonna say? Nah, I'm good. If Kevin calls me, I'll just hang up on him. Like, what do you expect her to say? She's not in these movies. We don't know why. I think it's a mistake. But like, I don't. Whatever.
I think she's probably in Secret Wars, but she's just like this is the most fun way I can physically do this.
But they haven't even filmed Secret Wars yet, so it's not. She's not lying when she said she hasn't filmed any Marvel movie yet.
That's true, but I'm sure she's in the script.
Okay.
But that being said, Chris,
sorry, if she is in Secret Wars, why isn't she in Doomsday? Like, why do you have half the cast?
We don't have enough time.
We have time for Mystique. What's Mystique going to be? Granted, I love Rebecca, whatever her last name is.
Roman.
Is that her name? Rebecca Roman?
Hey, what's up, Drew?
What's up, Drew? I like Mystique. I like who we got, but Halle Berry and Storm is baffling miss. Anyways.
So yeah, Chris was essentially just talking about how where he is currently in filming Avengers with a lot of new actors and new faces. He has like a sense of a veterancy and kind of like that veteranship that he feels he kind of has a thing to work with from his own point of view. But interestingly, in that quote, he was also talking about how at this point in his life, Thor is over 2,000 years old, and he tried to play into that more than he had before in the role. So he's kind of like getting that like wiser years Thor into this portrayal coming up in these Avenger films. I think that's an interesting point of view.
It is an interesting point of view. It kind of makes sense. This Thor is different from what we've seen before in a lot of ways. Thanks in part to Love and Thunder. People hate the movie. But like, he's a father now, as we got from that trailer. So he's older years Thor, like not older years, like older days. Like he's seen a lot of days. And then he's a father, so it kind of adds kind of like this gruff nature, this like weighted down Thor, in contrast where in Love and Thunder he was more like jovial, and Ragnarok he was jovial, but like in Infinity War and Endgame, Infinity War he's like traumatized Thor. This one is like not traumatized yet, but like he doesn't want to go back. He doesn't want to go back to that place. He doesn't want to lose the one thing he has left, which is like his realm and his daughter. So this is a weighted down Thor, and I'm curious to see how the Russos and everybody handle the character.
Yeah, totally. Okay, I have a lot of stuff from the Q&As that Alex did, so let's go down the line here. So remember, I believe we talked about last week in the previous rumor updates that Doom would have some form of coven of witches and whatnot, sorcerers in Doomsday. If you recall that. Oh, no, he disconnected. Hold on. He's coming back.
I'm back. They can't keep me forever.
They can't lock him away. So, Evan, you agree that we need Eternals 2, 3, and 4, yes?
No. Nice try. Yeah. I like Eternals. Thank you.
I do. Yes. No, but I was saying, remember last time in our reports of rumors that we were talking about the idea that Doom may have a coven of witches and sorcerers in
Yes.
this. I guess there is some sort of rumor around that's asking. So this is from the Q&A. So somebody was asking, will Peggy be a Doom witch? I don't know where this report is coming from.
Will Peggy be a Doom witch? Like Peggy Carter?
I believe that, yeah, that's what they're asking. And Alex's response is, it's more of a follower of Doom than a witch, but not because she's evil or anything of the sort. She just thinks that what Doom is doing will help her and her son to fix the current status of the multiverse, which is partially the fault of Steve Rogers. Thoughts?
What? Wow, that's a lot to take in. So Peggy from the Earth that Steve went to, I guess the past, who just this can't be. This is Cap. This is Cap. Not Cap is in.
This is a Cap.
This is a Cap. Yeah. This is BS. Like, there's no way she just sided with. Let's break this down. Sentimentally.
Okay.
Because the mother we talked about this last stream where we were wondering like who's going to betray the team, and I said name more, but that wasn't the thing. But like Sue, who was a mom, Steve, who was a father, Peggy, who was a mother, Thor, who is a father, these people who are now parents have more to lose, less to like, just more to lose. So I can see them turning. But Peggy, that's a dramatic shift. Unless you're like assassinating the character, you can't have me believe in the span of like 2 hours, less than 2 hours, that Peggy is just like on Doom's side, because we don't even know Doom's side yet. So we have to get on to Doom's side. It's like somebody from the Avengers, Infinity War, someone that we know coming in and be like, hey, you know what? Maybe Thanos is right. That never really happened because it was a load of like, Thanos is obviously not right. For Doom, what is he doing that's so different from Thanos that it's like, you know what I mean? Like Doom is doing something that's on a grander scale, possibly than Thanos with the multiverse stuff. But now I'm supposed to believe in this grander evil plan. Now there's people willing to side with Doom. Like, wait, what? Like no, like this is a dramatic shift. You should not be able to side with Doom in this scenario.
So
this dude, the kid snatcher. I hope so too. I don't think so, but
I don't think that's the whole thing. But I do think that's going to be like a major fact. I don't think it's going to be like, hey, I have your child, join me. I think it's probably just going to be like manipulation from Doom, being like, you will lose your children in the coming conflict if you don't help me right these wrongs. I'm sure it'll be like
it's not manipulation. That's a threat.
Okay. It's if he comes off in that tone, it could be a threat. But I think he's. Wait.
Okay.
Villains are obvious. As comic readers, they are. As people, part of the narrative. Hold on a second.
People know Doom is. He's not wearing a white cloak with shining armor. He comes off as a villain.
But he doesn't exist in this world. Also, everybody's wearing fucking capes and shit in this world. Nobody fucking knows. Not really until Reed gets there.
I just don't believe. Sorry, I don't want to keep interrupting, but I don't believe the world where it's like Doom can manipulate people. Like he's a bad guy. Like I don't believe any of our heroes are dumb enough to like. Oh wait, maybe this guy who looks like Tony is actually on our side. Like there's automatic red flags. Even more so if he looks like Tony.
I don't even necessarily think it's that. I think it's just going to be like before like the obvious like main reasons Doom is doing what he does is at the forefront. I'm sure he will be like, hey, these things are happening. These people caused them. I have a way to fix this to save your worlds from being incursioned and whatnot. Will you help me do that? And I think people will be like, weighing their options. That's why there's unexpected betrayals and whatnot from the last reports we're hearing. To just say it like blankly like that, obviously is like.
Of course, yeah.
It makes you roll around, but yeah, if you're like watching the progression of the characters arcing through the narrative.
This aspect is the most I'm nervous about for Doomsday, because everybody's going into the movie knowing this is their biggest bad. And, for me, it's I still don't like that they're using Dr. Doom in this way in the first place. But just secondly, it's like none of our characters would fall for that. Like would take orders from somebody that they don't know from a different realm. Like it's just that simple. Somebody from a different universe comes in and says, "Hey, your world is about to fall. Help me help you." And people say, "Yeah, sure." But then the trailers are saying like the trailers are giving a different story, which we already know is like the trailers are giving off a totally different like the trailers are giving like we got to suit up because we got to box, we got to fight, and we got to come, which is basic as it like which most of it seems like second half stuff where it's like heroes coming together and now it's coming to fight, but like because it's not giving like first act stuff besides like the Steve stuff maybe, but like for Thor, right? Thor, something bad had happened. Thor has to go and fight. So it's like at this point we know Doom is the villain. Then for Black Panther and Fantastic Four, they're coming together in the desert. By then they know Doom is bad. They have to come together. So like when is this point of manipulation? Does it happen? It has to happen early then. So if it happens earlier in the movie, that's even less time to make sense because it's like us as audience has to again become ingratiated with his plan, his manipulation, and our heroes that we know falling.
Oh, freezing on Emin's end. We'll return shortly. Let me give him a second to come back in. Answering this question though, Draven, I think in essence, I think they will because I think it's it's too hard to ignore in universe. But I don't think it's going to go beyond anything past Act One. I think like maybe on an instinctive level, it'll happen for a brief time, and then they'll be like, "Oh, Doom just did some heinous shit. We can't. This isn't Tony."
I'm back. Can you hear me? Yeah. It's just that I'm very curious to see how they write this manipulation, this fooling scenario for Doom. I'm just very, very hesitant. Because I'd rather them just do, and I know they can, but like rather than just do like the whole Thor or Thanos thing where like we know he's a villain, the whole movie is about like setting up how do we possibly defeat him. But they're going a different route here. They're going a more sociological, psychological route at the start.
But don't you like it when these things get messy? Don't you like that?
I do, but you know, going from the base question of it all, Peggy?
Yes, I feel like there's been a weird like shift in the pantheon where everybody loved Peggy, now it's just like, oh, Peggy.
And not that I hate Peggy.
No,
I don't know people, but people just got tired of the shift was like Captain Carter.
There was a big focus on Captain Carter for a long time, and all while we were waiting on when do we get to see Sam. And then what if made her like a main lead when we should have just kept branching to random stories.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Did you already answer the chat questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's next?
Somebody asked, what is the main connection thread between Agatha All Along, WandaVision, and Doomsday that you have been hinting at for the last few days? And Alex says, it mainly has to do with the concepts of magic that are explored in those shows. As much as this film is heavily based on the multiverse, time, and science, a good portion of it really goes into exploring the supernatural. The Darkhold, the runes, the way Agatha absorbs magic, it's all relevant to something Doom does in Avengers Doomsday. All I can tell you is to beware the man who carries the word of God. Banger line. For the record, the word of God is an ancient text like the Darkhold within the Marvel Comics, which is a collection of powerful magic that allows individuals to create, destroy, and manipulate reality.
So is he saying Doom has this?
At the very least, he's looking for it, and we'll probably use it.
Man, looking for magic, looking for kids, upset at Steve. How much... I have a feeling Alex's script, what he's getting from the script, is a lot more early days. Like how much of the movie is going to be about this magic stuff? That's why I'm not sold on the whole Agatha connection stuff at all. Minus that there's witches in the movie.
I think a fair bit, because Doom is a big proprietor of using magic with his technology.
Yeah, magic and tech, but like usually that kind of stuff is delivered like in a line. Or whatever. I mean, I'll be pleasantly surprised if they go into anything deeper than that. Like, oh, cool, this is a book from that, and then it's like people who watch and read everything are like, oh, wait, that's connected to that one thing from Agatha all along. But I feel like it's not going to be that connected. But he's saying that book is what's connecting the shows to this movie.
I believe so. Well, the whole like inherent like exploration of magic in general, because those properties have explored magic the most within the universe. So, you know, basic like knowledge of like functionality of runes and whatnot, I think is like the main connectivity.
Okay.
Not of like, hey Agatha, remember when
exactly
Death killed herself or something.
Yeah, not plot points, just like lore and information.
Yeah.
But I even as a fan of Agatha, I can't tell you anything I learned about magic from that show that's sticking with me.
The whole Witch's Road, Evan.
It'd be funny as hell if he mentions Witch's Road. But yeah, like I don't remember any like rules and tips for magic that's in Agatha or Wanda, whatever. I'd be surprised from Draven if they include the Beyonders. Since it is Secret War, but we had no mention of them at all. I think that's just a Secret Wars comic thing. I don't think they're going to be in the movie.
I think they're replacing Beyonder with Well, I think Doom is in placement of such a character, and like I know I'm blanking on the name of the comic character who like rewrites reality itself, but I think they're gonna be using like Franklin for that in place just to streamline, make it easier.
It's crazy. We're gonna go from Franklin, who did Franklin do anything in Fantastic Four, the first one? Did he use any powers?
Well, he resurrected Sue because she died.
Yeah.
And then now at this point he's aged up from a newborn to 4 years old. In or 4 to 5 in this movie coming up.
And now he's gonna be rewriting reality, or at least the possibility of being able to do so. That's a crazy Jack level of jump there.
Definitely is, but that is also Franklin comics, so we'll see how that plays out. Okay. Person asks, is there any truth to the theory that RDJ's Doom was Iron Man originally, but was tortured by Kang and ended up believing he was Doom? And Alex goes on to say, there is no truth to that theory. In the same way that Chris Evans can play two different characters in the MCU with the same face, so can Rob Downey Jr. play Victor Von Doom. And just like how now we have a main Johnny Storm with Joseph Quinn, I'm hearing we'll eventually have another Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, so I think it makes sense that we're going to get another Victor Von Doom, because once again, it's just very disappointing that we're wasting Doom in this movie in this way. So we have to wait a couple years to actually see an actual Victor Von Doom, and set up that rivalry. But that's like Phase 6, Phase 7 stuff, or whatever, Mutant Saga and beyond. But. So what was that first part of that answer? Like that whole Kane thing was BS. But what was after that? He said.
He's basically just equating like same way Chris Evans played both Johnny Storm and Steve, and the fact that we now have Joseph Quinn as the mainstay Johnny Storm, we'll get a more mainstay Victor after these events.
Yeah, for sure. Which is good. It's also the same thing about like how long do we have to wait to get an actual Norman Osborn now and Doc Ock now, because we blew our load with No Way Home. So just a waiting game now.
I'm waiting for Coleman Domingo. Still looks great.
He still looks great. He can do a lot. He'll be great. He will be everybody's favorite pick. I'm telling you.
God, he would play Crazy Goblin. So fun.
I would love it.
Next question. Will any of the projects coming out this year have any major ties to Doomsday? Alex says, Vision Quest and Brand New Day are the closest things, but it's very, very light.
Yeah, Vision Quest is interesting. I guess Vision Quest, because of the inclusion of Wanda, who may or may not be in Vision Quest, or at least, she'll be referenced. But
I think probably like Vision himself, but also if we're going back to, I mean, this whole stream is kind of like potential spoilers at your own risk of things.
Yeah.
But back with the concept art leak, we had seen Star-Lord in concept art, both hanging out with Vision and with the Young Avengers and Wong in those concept arts. So maybe that's a functioning through line. Possibly.
Maybe. It's funny. I haven't heard much of Star-Lord from Alex, at least in these. There's
some stuff here. Lost 7 again. That is, what is that? 3 for 3 in under 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say, but it's fun. A drink every time Evan glitches out, but he'll be back in a second. This is just free punch, but we're having fun. We're having fun tonight, and he is back in a second. Buffering coming up.
I'm back.
The GOAT. 3 for 3.
I don't know what's on today. StreamYard is kicking me out of here. This link must be bad for my connection. I don't know.
It's okay. We'll bring you back.
I always do connection tests before I come on here too. Thank you. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, like it's funny we haven't seen Star-Lord a lot in this movie. Wonder what he's gonna be doing. I still think a lot of the Champions Star-Lord stuff could be more Secret Wars than Doomsday because this movie just
Sure.
seems so packed. I don't know what's going on in this freaking 2.5, maybe 3 hour Doomsday movie.
Yeah.
So it just seems like a lot they're putting in here. So I wonder what's going to be saved for now and what's going to be saved for later.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. And I think like most of the Constar was anticipated to be for Secret Wars. So that would make sense in that. Okay. Was there any official info about Doom having an opening narration in the Library of Worlds in Avengers, or was that just an idea thrown around or based on a fake leak? Alex says that isn't true. There was a concept of Doom having discovered the Library of Worlds, but in that same concept, he also discovered the Sanctum Infinitum from What If, the Nexus of all realities, the Citadel at the end of time, the Void, Limbo, and so on. Nothing was ever set in stone.
Okay, interesting. I get that.
Yeah, it's interesting, like because it's interesting that Marvel has explored like these different like we've reached a lot of like endless possibility end of the universe locations. So
We really have, yeah.
it is interesting. I wonder if they will eventually land on any one of these, or if they're just deciding on one original thing. I don't know, but it is interesting to see like the inner workings of like how far they're looking to push the bounds of the universe.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. We have been hearing for months and basically a year now that Doomsday is going to be the biggest movie Marvel has ever made in terms of scale. One thing that made Infinity War and Endgame feel so gigantic was that there was many plot lines that were all happening simultaneously throughout the movies. I was wondering if you could tell us the main plot lines that we will be following throughout Doomsday. For example, in Infinity War, there is Strange, Tony, and Peter, the Guardians, Thor, Rocket, and Groot, the Avengers and Wakandans, and Thanos plotline. And Alex says, "Good question. It's a
This could be
bit
a long
more."
ass answer, isn't it?
It's not. It's not. It's not.
Oh, really? Okay.
Alex said, "Good question. It's a bit more unified and cohesive this time around. Yes, there will be a couple of different teams, but they'll eventually get together for the film. So it seems like we're going to have a more unified, assembled, all heroes thing."
That's interesting because, like, I just take a mental image of the whole cast. Your Steve, your Anthony Mackie team, your Thunderbolts, your X-Men, your F4,
Fantastic Four, Wakandans.
Wakandans. Like that's a lot of people in one room. Like,
yeah,
how is that going to happen?
Like just chairs is a lot that was announced.
So, like, how are they going to work? How is that ensemble going to work as a cohesive thing? I figured, again, that they just, like, separate them like they did in Infinity War and, just Infinity War.
It might be a factor if we're at the same, like, general location, but we'll still be in different factions around. Like, it could be, like, a giant manor, a battlefield, whatever have you. I think it'll just be, like, we're all, like, in the same grounds.
Yeah. We got a new question, by the way. But yeah, I also wonder, and I'll ask after I answer this. What does he have to say here? If Ghost Rider appears in Avengers Doomsday, do you think it will be a new actor playing Johnny Blaze or Nicolas Cage? It'll be a new actor. It won't be Nicolas Cage.
I think if it's in Doomsday, I think there's a high chance it will be Nick Cage, and then they'll go a newer Johnny Blaze post reset. Because this is the movie that's just like, yeah, if you can grab him, get him.
Oh yeah, you're right. This is built as like everybody thought Doctor Strange was going to be. But also, this is a big question for me. How much time in Doomsday do you think we'll get with like setup for Cap's team? Like, are we going to see Shang-Chi fighting some bad guys, then get a call from Captain America? Like, hey, I need you. Like, are we going to get scenes like that? Like in the first Avengers, they were off doing their individual things. Then they get a call to come together type of shit. Like,
yeah.
How much time is the movie going to spend coalescing, grabbing the team, because we have no Avengers still. It's crazy. Like even though at the end of Thunderbolts, Captain America / Sam is upset about the new Avengers title. It's like, are we going to get any of that new Avengers Thunderbolts beef in this movie? Like, how much time are we going to spend doing that shit? The first 10, 30 minutes?
I think we'll probably get a good semblance of similarly how Infinity War plays out, where it's like, oh, here's the people who happen to bump into each other, and then they'll reach out to some connections to get like the more full team going. I think it'll be stuff like that. Like right now, it's like Sam doesn't know Shang-Chi, but Wong does. So it'll probably just be like, all right, a quick connectivity through that, depending on who's around for what.
Yeah.
I also don't know how early we're going to be doing the idea of setting up the Secret Wars event, because that was abducting every hero into Battle World. So maybe we just like the heroes themselves all get taken all at once, and it's not a matter of assembling individually. I don't know. They remain to be seen.
Good point. Yeah, like a larger force assembling them rather than a team itself. That's very interesting. From Draven, he says, plus they got to completely set up Doom in this since he hasn't had build up like Thanos. Yeah, exactly. It's like we need a lot of build up. I think the first, I wouldn't be surprised if like the first hour, like 30 to 45 minutes is just straight build up for Doom and build up for like every team and what's going on with our characters.
Yeah, I definitely see the concern, but even if we do like take a look back at Thanos, like he had build up for anticipation from the audience, but narratively it was primarily like he wants to do this thing and he's in the chair, and we'll see him when the actual movie ends. And that's where we got like the good shit of like caring about Thanos was in the movie itself, where they made him the protagonist. Now, will they make Doom the lead protagonist in this? I don't know.
Yes.
Probably.
That's definitely probably even more so than Thanos, because it's Robert Downey Jr.
That's true, and you know what? Yeah, whatever fleshes him out the most.
Exactly. That they know they have a big ask because he hasn't been set up, but also like Ultron was a completely new villain for Age of Ultron. He was fine. Granted he doesn't have to do 2 movies. And he's James Spader, so he sounds evil. So it worked out for him. So yeah, but also the beauty of Age of Ultron is that like they had time to set up the villain, because they had time to set up the villain, and they had time to like give us chill fucking heroes doing boom. You're talking about this or whatever the joke is.
Because not only do we already have the pre-establishment of the heroes, but they had already met mostly, and we only had 3 new heroes introduced in that movie to bring into
That's
the fold.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was a small scale. 2015.
Scale.
But
good job.
Next question here. With Doomsday, should we expect to see any of the cosmic entities since the multiverse is ending? I would think they would get involved. Alex says, the most I have heard about was the Watcher, but that's about it. Which I think makes sense.
Watcher involved in Doomsday?
Yeah. So it'd be Jeffrey Wright's Watcher.
Are they going to have him, the same animation in Doomsday?
I think it'll be live action, which is plenty okay. They've done
they did
one live action render for like a car commercial around the time of I think it was around the time of Guardians 3, and then they had a cameo of the Watcher in the Galaxy, and it was live action, and it looked pretty good. So if they want to like translate that, I think it could work.
I was about to say, like, didn't they use it in one like post credit scene or the one of the
There are his species in Guardians 2 on one of the post credits with Stanley, but
that's what I meant.
None of them are Jeffrey Wrights. But yeah, they've done that. Yeah.
Okay. What's next?
What does Wanda's role look like in Doomsday? Alex says, I can't say at the moment, or all I can say at the moment is that her involvement is slightly unexpected.
She's the traitor.
She's our salvation. No, I don't know. Yeah, that's a very vague answer. But if I'm pulling from previous
he doesn't know
rumored ideas that were going around like a while back, there was the idea that there would be a variant Wanda in the X-Men universe. Around like Magneto, like all of Magneto's children would be in, like Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Polaris would be all in that universe. So maybe that's the aspect, but I also think fans are expecting our Wanda that we lost in Multiverse of Madness to reprise. That is to say, I don't think that will be one or the other. I think you could do both. But all in all, like our original Wanda, I think will be a big focus to get back.
A big focus in Doomsday?
No, not like the main plot, but I mean just like over a variant.
Yeah, for sure. I can't see Feige being like, people have been asking for this character since 2022. Where is she? And then she next appears and she's a variant. That'd be so disappointing. Like, just give us Wanda back. But you didn't really answer the question. Like what could be surprising about getting Wanda back? What's surprising about that? Like, what could she do that's surprising? Were you saying that she like just slightly her variant?
No. Okay. Well, going off of the specific like thing he said, slightly unexpected. I
slightly unexpected.
It's vague. I don't know because I mean, it would probably be unexpected to see Wanda functioning within the X-Men universe. But that's as like far as I'm physically thinking. I'm not entirely sure where they would pull Wanda to do what, unless she did die and we got to like pull her out of hell or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like she ported into the X-Men 838 or not, whatever universe Monica is in. What did she teleported into that universe? And she's had some relation with the X-Men, and then we find her through these incursions, and then she makes her way back to our universe. I don't know. That could be something. But yeah,
I remember the people had like theory ideas that the 838 universe would be coming back for revenge because of what Wanda did, but I think they've just scrapped any like revisiting of that universe because Charles is back. He died in that one, so I don't think it's that universe.
For sure. Does the Monica X-Men universe have a number yet?
Not at the present time, but I imagine that will be revealed come Doomsday.
It'll have the
well, they Alex said they're gonna use both the movie theme and the 97 theme.
I keep forgetting what the X-Men movie theme sounds like.
Dun, 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 dun. It's good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Thank you. Yeah, I got it now. Thank you, Nathan.
With some respect. Every time we've ever talked about it, you're like, is it iconic? And it's like, you're the one man who doesn't know it.
I don't know. Those early 2000s, I keep thinking of like Spider-Man. That's like the only thing in my head.
That's a good one. What's the Daredevil song?
They're going to use Bring Me to Life?
You're right. Evanescence is the answer.
That'd be amazing. 2026 Evanescence. These kids got to learn.
Oh, yeah.
But okay. I'm excited to see what Wanda can do in this movie. She is so powerful. So maybe slightly unexpected is like they nerf her somehow, narratively.
Maybe that. Maybe her mind gets taken over to use her reality alteration. I don't know.
Because she was so powerful in Doctor Strange 2. Like, so powerful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see her getting any weaker. So I guess we'll have to learn and wait and see.
No. Totally. Will Steve going back to live with Peggy have similar consequences to Doctor Strange and Christine in What If? And does that set Peggy on a different path? Alex had said, look above. I don't know what he previously answered that goes in conjunction with that.
Look up.
Maybe it's the first thing we said, like, yeah, Peggy will follow Doom. I don't know.
I mean, that is Nathan's favorite Marvel story of all time, the Doctor Strange What If episode.
It's a great one, yeah.
But it is a great
It is
episode.
my favorite what if. Yeah.
I think by a long shot, right? Like, I think that episode, the Native American episode with the new character, was great too.
Yeah, Kahori.
Kahori. Yeah. What if, man, had some potential. But what was I gonna say? But I would love. I don't think they're gonna go that dark because the what if when like they had the ability to go super dark there. I don't think it is, but because then that would set up like the comparison there is that like Steve would also go dark, but I don't think he will. But it's curious.
I think the person is mainly asking the idea of like, will the events of Steve doing that lead to the universe crumbling and disappearing? That time.
I think that could happen. Yeah,
I think that's a risk for all these timelines, especially with Doom meddling them to just all the incursions. Well, no, I think we've heard the idea that Doom is against the incursions that all the different heroes have been causing, and he's here to right them and make the universe better because he's Doom and he knows what's right, which is very Doom.
Can we keep a tally of all like the universe messiness that's been going on? Because has there been that many besides like Doctor Strange 2? I guess Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I mean, Loki probably.
True. Yeah, Loki was happening a lot.
Yeah. Monica has been thrown into the X-Men universe.
Yeah.
So that's a manipulation as well.
Yeah, you're right. It's happened a couple of times. But do you? By the way, for Loki,
Deadpool.
do you think they're putting Loki? Do you think they're putting Loki in this movie just to get like his ass beat as like the time universe keeper, or whatever, or what?
No. I think we've asked a similar thing before. I don't think you put Loki in here just to get nerfed again, like you did at the beginning of Infinity War. I think, especially with how much build-up and development he's had in the show, I think he's going to have more significant agency here. And I had suggested the idea. I think we're finally going to get a moment between Thor and Loki where Loki is like 100% full-fledged a selfless hero, and Thor is going to be able to see that realized within his brother finally. Yeah, I think it's going to be a very meaningful moment. Hell, I think you may even have an opportunity for Loki to be so well realized as a hero that he may even be able to lift Mjolnir. And I think that would be very beautiful to see.
Wow, that'd be great. Wasn't there a past question from Alex that like somebody surprising lifts Mjolnir? Or am I making that up?
Yeah, there was, and not sure who, but like, yeah, I think that's probably like the next biggest thing you could do, other than like, oh, Steve with the hammer. It's like, oh, Loki, who could absolutely never ever is doing it. That
would be really, really cool. That'd be really, really cool. Going back to Tom Hiddleston wanting to be Thor, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, man, that's my one big like standby die on hill theory that I'm taking to the finish line.
Okay, I'll be right behind you at the finish line. It sounds like a good theory.
215 million, baby. Let's do it.
I can't wait to do some box office predictions for that.
Yeah. I think a solid like 260 mil opening.
260?
First Avengers movie in 7 years? Yeah, I think
that's
so.
Crazy. That would be like so you're saying Doomsday has more hype than The Force Awakens? There's no way.
Well,
and like The Force Awakens
inflation.
The Force Awakens, yeah, that's true. But like The Force Awakens did 248, and it didn't have a Dune movie on its ass. Like,
what did Endgame open with?
That's 320 something, right? Like, something unimaginable.
Also, it's Christmas.
It is Christmas, but like Dune is going to be gobbling up a lot of that box office if it sticks to that same date.
Dune is the Christmas movie to you? We're taking all the family to see Dune.
Hell yeah, we are, baby. Take little
in
Johnny,
a just world, I understand.
Take little Johnny and little Susie. Everybody go see your next Timothée Chalamet movie.
Isn't Messiah supposed to be like the weirdest one too?
Yeah. I think let's Last Jedi this shit. Let's do like 220 at
Okay.
best.
I was thinking about 250.
Because I don't think like what was Spider-Man No Way Home? Wasn't that 250 or 260?
Yeah, I did that single-handedly.
You did what was it? What was your thing, Nathan? 10 times?
10 times broke the record.
That's crazy. 260
Endgame's being
million.
re-released, and if I go see it twice, I will match Spider-Man.
That's amazing, man. But yeah, No Way Home did 260. Yeah, I think 220 is the top it'll get here, but it'll play for a long time and a good time this Christmas.
Oh yeah, all throughout January, nothing's major.
Yeah, and besides your next, the Beekeeper, baby, Beekeeper 2, let's go.
There you go, Greenland 3 maybe by the time.
I hope so. Okay,
Guthrie.
What's the next question?
A person asks, are the photos that leaked of the actors in costume legit? Alex says, I can confirm that there was a very substantial leak of Avengers Doomsday pictures during the last days of 2025. I will, however, not address their content on this page.
Have we seen that image, though? It got leaked, but not out there?
I'm not sure exactly what specifically, but this neither confirms nor denies that what was leaked is what the questioner is asking, which were the heroes in costumes. Most people thought like, oh, somebody AI'd those with
because they were smiling weirdly. Yeah,
were they? I was convinced for quite a bit, and I was like, oh, maybe they're not real. But I mean, maybe some of them, at least maybe some of them were. I'm not sure what else leaked photo wise around end of
I don't believe somebody's taking leaks are like leaks in terms of like this should not have been out there. These people are posing in their suits, like a camera, like say hi, say cheese, like that's not a leak. That's like who is allowed to take pictures in that area? Like that should be nobody should be allowed to do that.
Well, my first initial thought in my brain was like, oh, these are like early releases from like magazine, like Entertainment Weekly or something. And then the other was like, it could just be costume fitting.
But again, costume fitting, you don't take pictures with your co-stars. You're like, hey, costume fitting.
No, I'm not talking about those photos where they're in the dressing rooms. I'm talking about the ones that was like just a single hero on their own, just like profile, like here's them looking pretty, like as you would on a poster.
Yes. Okay.
There quite a bit of those.
Yeah.
I wonder if those are the specific ones. Most people are like, well, this is all too clear, too crystal clear AI. They're probably like putting in a prompt to match with like the leaked merch bag that came out with them in their costumes, but like it looks so one for one detail that I was so convinced. But AI is unfortunately at that level. So it's like, what is real, what's not? Yeah. But okay, that's all speculative with that.
For sure.
Moving on here. Are all the projects coming out this year, Wonder Man, Vision Quest, Daredevil, Born Again, Season 2, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, all tying into those characters returning in Secret Wars instead of Doomsday, meaning they won't be in Doomsday, but will be in Secret Wars? Alex says, some will, some won't. Brand New Day and Vision Quest are in the yes category.
Some will, some won't. Brand New Day, yeah. Like Spider-Man and Max's character.
Sadie, right?
Sadie Sink. Max, wow. Stranger Things pilled. But yeah, Sadie Sink and Spider-Man's character, or Tom Holland's character, will be in Secret Wars. You know that for not for sure, but just mostly. Spider-Man for sure is in Secret Wars. I don't know about Sadie Sink. We'll have to wait and see. But Vision,
I think reports were saying Secret Wars.
But yeah, wasn't that just like the Hollywood Reporter or something like that? Like, it wasn't
just the Hollywood Reporter.
No, but I still remember like the way it was phrased. It was just like, here's Sadie Sink, who her next movie that she'll be filming is Secret Wars. Like, how do they know that? Like it sounded like something like an assumption, but it could be true. It could be true.
Right.
I'm taking that as true for now. Vision makes sense. We got to stop with this Daredevil being in the movies. It's not happening.
He was in
It's
one
not
movie.
happening. Yeah, he was. But yeah, like anybody from Daredevil season Born Again season 2, they'll be in Born Again season 3 next year. They won't be in Secret Wars. It's just not going to happen. Jessica Jones, not going to happen. Wonder Man, not going to happen. I guess that's it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. This is a big thing that was going around right now. What are the chances Secret Wars will be split into 2 parts?
I heard this one. Yeah.
Alex says, the current rumor running around is that Secret Wars is going to be split into 2 parts. I'd like to pile onto that rumor and say that there's a very high chance that they could. And the reason why is that over the last few days, the team here at the Cosmic Circus has been monitoring updates for developments on multiple Marvel projects and have discovered that Avengers Secret Wars, which was originally approved to start in the coming months, has now ground into what is known as a conditional start phase. Essentially, it means that Marvel cannot legally film anything for Secret Wars until a new verification of the contract is achieved. In the few instances that this has happened, it's because there has been a massive shift from what the production was originally looking like. For example, like one film now being split into 2 parts.
Okay. It's funny. It's like Alex and the team of the Cosmic Circus is monitoring the situation. like there's a NASA and the MCU's like the moon or something. Like, let's monitor the let's ask our sources at Marvel monitoring the situation.
They're men on the inside. You don't know.
Right? Like, it's so funny. Monitoring means let me text Billy Bob to see if he has heard anything about Marvel.
Mr. Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton is the major league for Alex. That'd be amazing.
Wow.
Isn't he a Republican or something? Anyways, what was I gonna say? I hope this isn't true. And I saw this bubbling around, and my thing is, I've been mentioning it here before. I just want to get to the mutant saga. Don't stretch this Doomsday fight out for 3 movies fighting Doom. There's no way. Like there's no way we can fight one villain for 3 movies. That just isn't going to happen. What is he, Sauron? Like,
sure you can.
Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
like even Star Wars didn't do that. Like, Palpatine was the villain in the last movie. You know, I guess you could say Vader was the villain in all 3 movies. I don't know.
You're losing the case.
I am losing the case, but like, so Star Wars.
We fought Magneto in a trilogy.
That is true. No, was Magneto even the villain in X2?
By the end, when he was like, "Oh, we can kill all the humans."
Good point. Yeah, I am gonna lean on they are not doing this. That's my theory right now. Mainly, looking at release dates, Avatar is the year right after Secret Wars in 2029, right? No, never mind. Scratch that. So Doomsday is 2026, Secret Wars is 2027. 2028 is empty. 2028 December is in fact empty. Oh boy, but I really want Star Wars to be there. I don't really want.
They're not going back. They're staying in May. They're back in May, baby.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Guys, I still think Star Wars can do 2 movies if they want to fuck around and find out. But man, I just don't think this will happen. That's my stance. I don't think they'll announce a Secret Wars Part 3. I do believe things are changing. Things are always changing with how they construct the movie, sure.
Yeah.
But drastically changing it into 2 parts, Secret Wars, I don't think so. But what do you think, Nathan? What is your gut telling you?
I wouldn't have anticipated this, but I can see why they might want to, because I think a big criticism we have going into these is like, wow, we're tackling so much with so many people. Do we have enough time to do that? With 3 films, you more certainly can. I'm gonna wait a second because it looks like Evan not only froze, but he froze in the funniest way. Oh, Evan, I'm sorry, buddy. Let me get you off air for a second. Okay, I'm gonna hold for a moment while Evan pops back in the next minute. Take a mint break. How you guys doing at home, viewers? Why don't you let me know? We will answer your therapy bills.
You know, so what was your stance? Can you hear me?
Damn.
Can you hear me?
Just give him a second. Put this back on. No, it's gone. All right. I tried to put the frozen page back on. Didn't work. All right.
Oh, okay. We're good now.
Evan, I see you're buffering. We'll give you a moment. But yeah, I guess since I think... oh, he's back?
Can you hear me? Am I back?
I hear you. You're back.
Okay, cool.
And that's why I believe that they're going to have the DC crossover with Marvel by the end of the part 3.
That'd be amazing.
No, but what I was essentially saying is like the reason I think I would buy them doing 2 parts for Secret Wars is because, you know, there's so much to tackle at one time. Can you do it all in these 2 installments? You know, a bit of a trick to do there, but if you expand it to 3, I think there would be plenty of time to cover it all, and it would give you more time to develop this Doom and actually, you know, buy into the thread of it all. I see the merits.
I see that, you know, more time. How do I phrase this? Like, it is always good to get more time, but there is a thing getting in terms of like getting excessively long. Like I know we're dealing with a lot of characters, so much so that it makes Endgame and Infinity War seem like small scale in comparison. But at the same time, again, I just feel like, you know, Feige has been focusing on these 2 movies, getting it just right. I don't know what happened, that there needs to be an additional drastic 2 extra hours at least to deliver a finale. Like, what possibly could have changed in the script process that you're like, okay, we finished filming Doomsday, the script is done, we're in post-production on Doomsday. Oh wait, now we need, like, you have your story set for Doomsday, but then all of a sudden, before you start filming Secret Wars, you realize you don't have enough time. Like, I feel like what I'm trying to say is that I feel like by having Doomsday set in stone, that gives you a nice basis to be like, okay, these are all things that we got to settle for Secret Wars. You have that set, and then you're saying like, okay, wait, things are actually not set. Things are actually changing. There needs to be an additional drastic change, because this is not common for a movie to be like, okay, we're going to do 2 movies. Boom, now we're making it 3 movies. Like, it's just.
I saw The Hobbit.
Wasn't it always built as a trilogy?
No, that was built to be 2 movies because it's based on 1 book. But then they were like, we can get a trilogy on this.
Okay.
That's why the third one is like the shortest of all the movies.
Mm-hmm.
At 240.
Is that gonna be the case for, you know, Secret Wars Part 3? But yeah, for now, I'm settling on this is a load of barnacles for now. But we shall wait and see. I'm just not sure.
We'll see at Comic-Con.
Yeah, we'll see at Comic-Con. I remember they're supposed to be what was it? The same year or
2 Avengers movies the same year.
Yeah, that was that 2026 that they announced for that? 2025
even, I think. Kang Dynasty was supposed to come out this past year. Did you like it?
Okay. I loved it. That was really cool. Seeing
Destin Daniel Cretton directing.
Destin Daniel Craig. Insane.
They definitely were like, They definitely were like, "Hey, we're not doing this anymore, but like we like what you do. What do you want to do?" Like, I want to do Spider-Man.
I mean, I bet, right? Because, leading up to an Avengers movie, they probably had tons and tons of conversation with
Yeah.
Destin. In the lead up to Spider-Man, I wonder if somebody's going to ask him, like, what were those talks like when you were initially asked to do Avengers? And how long in the process did things change where they were like, okay, we're scrapping this. Now you're doing Spider-Man. Like, what was that process? What was that, like, sequence of events like for you? That'd be kind of an interesting question. Like, I feel like he can answer that. He's allowed to answer that. So I don't know. Giving the reporter some ammo.
Right. But let's carry on here. Okay. What can you tell us about Bob's role in the MCU past Secret Wars? Alex says, I can't comment on anything about his role post Secret Wars just yet, but I imagine they're going to want to use Sentry more.
Can you repeat the question? He cut out a little bit during the question.
Oh yeah, they asked what Bob's role in the MCU is past Secret Wars.
Past Secret Wars. Okay. And what did you say? What do you think?
That they're probably going to want to use Sentry more after the reset.
Yeah, I feel like that's the case. But don't you think he's going to be like too powerful? How many times can you nerf this character? Like as Sentry. I don't know. It's just I'm intrigued. Like I think that they might want to mine the Bob Yelena dynamic of it all. That could be fun in a post Secret Wars era.
I do want that. I want that a lot.
More romance in my Marvel movies, please.
Absolutely. What's been your favorite Marvel romance?
That's tough.
They exist.
MCU, I guess Tony Pepper. I don't know. They are few and far between. Well, what would you say?
Bruce and Natasha for sure.
Sun's getting
no. I like Thor and Jane quite a bit.
Thor and Jane is solid. If Thor 1 was written better, I mean, like Thor and Jane could have been great if Thor 1 was written better and if Thor 4 was written better.
If Jane was in Ragnarok.
If Jane was in Ragnarok, that'd be nice. But yeah, what was it like? She had a science conference or something. That's why she wasn't in it or something.
They broke up.
or they broke up. Yeah.
Off screen. The best.
But okay.
Yeah. And now that it seems Avengers Doomsday could be the first film in a new trilogy, would a third movie after Secret Wars just be the studio stretching the story by splitting it into 2 films, or would it be a genuine follow-up that continues the story? Alex says the trilogy, if it happens, would be to extend the multiverse saga leading into its conclusion. So just like have like enough space to wrap it up fully.
Yeah, it makes sense. I still don't think it's gonna happen. And again, it's like, is the multiverse saga that massive that we need to stretch it out for another movie? I feel like people are gonna be tired of it. Just wrap it up. 2 movies. Say goodbye. Give me the damn X-Men. Come on, Feige, move back.
Well, you're getting the X-Men out of their prime.
Oh god.
What if we get a Secret Wars Part 2 and we get McAvoy and Fassbender back?
Don't try and put a carrot in
my
face.
with a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I would enjoy that a lot. But I would rather enjoy the next Black Panther, the next X-Men, away from the multiverse. You don't need 3 movies to tell one multiverse story. Come on.
Fair. Is there any sort of word on recasting Hank and Janet post Secret Wars, or is the active Ant family just shrinking down to Cassie and Scott? Alex says there's no plans for Hank and Janet moving forward. Makes sense. They're older, like past iterations.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think didn't Michael Douglas, didn't you say he's gonna like step down from acting a little bit more?
I think so. Yeah, if he's on the retiring. Trader, don't do this.
You can see David die for the fourth time. What do you mean, Nathan? We are.
Maybe.
That's another bet. 1,000% we're watching Magneto, this version of Magneto and Professor X. They will bite the dust.
Maybe not.
They will bite the dust. Not even hesitated, for sure.
Okay, are they gonna die in Doomsday or Secret Wars?
I would say, that's a good question. I would say they would die in Secret Wars. They will die in Secret Wars. Sure. Makes sense.
All right.
And it'll be sad again.
Doesn't anybody who doesn't return and reset technically die?
That's a good point. But I feel like we're going to see them lose in battle or something.
I think there's going to be like one mainstream core new 616 that's going to be our following moving forward. But I think we'll still have adjacent timelines. Like I think Toby's universe is safe and such, things like that.
Yeah, I think this whole Secret Wars
outside.
Yeah, it's hard, but like I think our 616 universe is going to be like forever changed. But again, yeah, we'll still have Toby's universe. We'll still have, an X-Men Fox universe out there in the world. It'll just be we'll never see it again.
Yeah, but just like storybook end of chapter thing.
Yep. According to Deadpool. That's funny.
Okay. So it seems like right now Daredevil is developing the Devil's Reign storyline. And somebody asked, will the Devil's Reign storyline conclusion be under a Spider-Man movie title or a crossover team-up event? Or maybe Spider-Man's tackling some of it. Alex says, this is an excellently timed question because I get to tell you about a recent rumor that has me excited for the next saga. I have heard the idea thrown around for the upcoming saga to feature a crossover team-up film that would serve as the epilogue of the Devil's Reign storyline that technically started all the way back in Hawkeye with the appearance of Wilson Fisk. The idea would be to feature street-level heroes from New York City affected by Fisk's reign of terror against vigilantes, and we would see the likes of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher, and more team up to take down Wilson Fisk and his enforcers in a final bout against the regime. And that said, film is the current path for Spider-Man to be able to appear alongside these heroes. This is apparently one of the plans they have in motion to try and get these heroes to appear together.
I would love this. I don't buy this.
You don't buy anything. It's always too good to be true for you.
I mean, this sounds like a Disney Plus movie rather than like an actual, because people watching Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher.
Yeah.
Are those the same people? Like, I feel like that's just a box office, not bomb, but just like, $40, $50 million there. Like, it's not.
That's probably. Well, I think it could be a hit because I think it's probably gonna Spider-Man and Daredevil would carry. Because I think also, from what I've heard, I think Sony made like a new deal where different Sony characters can appear in different Marvel properties, but also in regards to Spider-Man, he can appear. But I think also what's happening now is Sony's stuff can only appear in film, and they're not allowing TV. They're like firmly on the TV rights of Spider-Man. So that would prevent Spider-Man from appearing in something like Daredevil, but Daredevil, I believe, now can appear alongside Spider-Man and Fisk as well. I think they've streamlined that up.
So this Devil's Reign storyline, would it be billed as Spider-Man 5 or a separate thing though? Because Spider-Man 5 that makes sense, but like, putting this as like a Devil's Reign, Daredevil-led movie with Spider-Man coming in to have some fun, like that's not going to work out as much. Like I don't know.
Well, if you call it Spider-Man Devil's Reign, that's a pretty good title. And I think Spider-Man is fighting some of the hand in Brand New Day from rumor I've heard, potentially. So it could be like a seed planted to go through line to that. So if they want to do Spidey 5 where it's a Spider-Man Daredevil team up and Daredevil's adjacent street level friends, and the fact that Spider-Man's running into Frank in this upcoming film, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
That's a good point. Yeah, like this rumor makes a lot more sense if it's like billed as Spider-Man 5 and it keeps the street level scenario intact, with what we're getting in this film already, which seems pretty street level with Scorpion,
Tombstone,
and everything going on. Tombstone, like this movie seems very street level. Getting Fisk, which people have been asking for ages. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I do. It does get me wary though. Like, would people have to watch Daredevil Born Again seasons 1 through 3 to understand this Devil's Reign movie? If it's a culmination kind of thing, like I thought we kind of veered away from doing culmination movies. Like it didn't really work out for the Marvels.
Yeah, I think it'll enhance your experience, but I think they'll probably, like, if it is built as a Spider-Man movie, they'll just focus on, here's Spider-Man, Fisk rose to power, here's how Spider-Man and Kingpin feel about each other, here's how it's negatively affecting Peter, here's a new ally he's found in Daredevil who has friends who can help him, and you just, like, go along with that. And, like, for, like, a main general audience movie person, it's enough to go off of.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And yeah, Draven, we're saying Spider-Man isn't going to show up in Born Again, but the Born Again characters can show up in a Spider-Man movie.
Right.
That's what we're saying. So yeah, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, this sounds enticing as a Spider-Man movie, with probably Destin at the helm still. We'll have to wait and see. Where's my Shang-Chi 2, Destin?
Yeah, that's a good question. A question that we might answer. Somebody asked, is the White Tiger TV show a probability still? Alex is not 100% sure at the moment. I guess that was the thing.
I don't remember that being a thing, but it's not happening now.
Nah, well, we'll give her time to grow. I'm sure.
The actress was good. Like I could see her doing a little, 6 episode Wonder Man-esque like spotlight. Yeah, like 6 episodes, boom, drop it on the same day. Why not?
Put her in the Devil's Reign Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, let her have some fun.
Spider-Man and White Tiger have a history.
Do they?
Yeah. They were even like a friends in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, which also had Luke Cage and Iron Fist. So that was the group. Let me see here. Draven says,
Draven says there's a same rule for Batman, which why they keep pumping out those Batman-less Batman shows, like Gotham and shit like that. Titans,
Gotham Knights, Batwoman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrow's a Batman show without Batman.
Man, I miss Arrow. Those were the good 2014 good old days, baby.
I saw on my digital store, they were like, deal of the day, all seasons of Arrow, $20. And I was like, wow. Make it $10 and I might buy it. Okay, well now it's 70, so fuck you.
Damn it.
Is there any chance for a Daredevil Miss Marvel team up in the future? Alex says not in the current spectrum of possibilities.
That's wild. That'd be amazing. But hey, Marvel hates fun. Fuck you.
They're not in the same state.
They're close by, aren't they?
Kamala's in Louisiana now.
Is it Louisiana? I forgot her family moved. The house
their house got crumbled. I'm sure they'll go back because I don't want Kamala to leave her friends.
Exactly.
But now she has new friends with the Young Avengers.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, for like Miss Marvel season 2, we
Yeah.
left the whole friend group. Wow, that's kind of disappointing.
I was shipping her with the dude.
Oh yeah, man, I missed Miss Marvel. Man, that was good shit. Um, Draven says I'd get season 1 and season 2 of Arrow, then I'm good. Draven, low key, season 1, season 2, and don't forget season 5. If you could survive that long, half of 3 was good, and then he fell off the mountain, and then the season literally fell off a cliff, and
Yeah.
then season
No one
4
likes
was
4,
just
from what I've heard.
what?
I've heard nobody likes season. Everybody I talk to, all my friends hate season 4.
Season 4 was not good. I think that was the team with Damien, right? Damien something. The actor who plays Damien is very good. I like him a lot, but yeah, not good. But season 5 was incredible. Back to basics, hardcore, fun, intense. That's with Vigilante and the Dark Arrow character, Adrian Chase. Like season 5 was my shit. That was my shit. Anyways. Anyways. What's
Hell
next?
yeah. All right. Since the Scooper Cryptic recently teased Finn Jones' return as Iron Fist, I'm very curious of his potential future, whether he'll simply be a mentor role for Lindley or Colleen, get a good amount of stuff in his own right, like Heroes for Hire and a Shang-Chi cameo, or maybe both. And Alex says, I've heard that Finn Jones' return would be as both hero and mentor. He'll still be Iron Fist, but he'll be looking for someone to replace him. The last time I heard, they wanted Lindley.
What do you mean they wanted Lin Lei? Like they wanted
like
the character?
To become the new Iron Fist.
Okay. So
yes,
so no Finn
Jones. Another would be Finn Jones. Sorry, real quick. Draven, Ironheart did end on a cliffhanger, but I think they'll follow up in some capacity of Young Avengers, I believe.
So it was a dumb cliffhanger, Draven. You didn't miss much.
I love it. It's good cliffhanger.
No. Sorry, so can you explain the Iron Fist thing again? I'm confused.
Essentially, Finn Jones would be returning as Danny Rand and when he returns, he will be Iron Fist, but he is going to be actively looking for somebody to take the mantle of Iron Fist, and the character of Lindley would be probably the person who's going to be the next Iron Fist in that story.
If they want to do that, like use the actor, what's his name, Ben Wong from American Chinese and Karate Kid remake.
Okay. Long Walk.
Yeah, and Long Walk. He was in there. He's 28 right now. He's a good actor. He's a good up and coming actor. Long Walk was great. American Born Chinese was an underrated Disney Plus show. Got canceled. And then Karate Kid Legends. He was a good star, and he's going to be in Hunger Games. He has a good agent. He'd be a good next Iron Fist. Same age range as the other Young Avengers. Not saying he'll be a young Avenger, but like other young MCU as like a Haley Steinfeld, Iman Vellani. So I like it.
Totally, man. I'm down. Okay. Person asking, with the old Defenders expected to return in the next few years, can we expect to see their old villains like Kilgrave, Davos, Diamondback, and Bushmaster to return as well? Alex says it is possible, but the one I've heard mainly is David Tennant as Kilgrave.
Wow. That's crazy. I forget what happened at the end of season 1 for him. Did she just tell him go walk or something? What did he do?
That's the ending of X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Okay, sorry. I'm getting my Marvel stuff confused.
I cannot specifically remember.
Did he not kill himself?
I don't think so. But also it's comics, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Kilgrave ending. Jessica Jones. Kilgrave is killed when Jessica snaps his neck in the finale.
Well, maybe it'll be like a haunted memory or something.
I love that. Wasn't that season 2 or something? I didn't watch all of season 2, but
I
he
got 3
works as
episodes in.
yeah, same. He works as like a great haunted memory stuff. Like, has somebody asked Alex, are we getting a Jessica Jones TV show? We have to, right? Like, are we getting another one? That'd be fun.
I'd be down. Maybe their like primary focus is going to be the defenders and the function of like what Matt is fighting.
Okay.
So that's probably what's happening. Is there any possibility of a solo project or a new franchise in Star-Lord's future, or will his story continue only in event movies? He questionnaire also posited the possibility of the Annihilators. And Alex says there is. I've commented on it before. I don't know what the deeper context of that is presently, but looks like they're gonna do more with Star-Lord outside of Avengers crossovers.
Chris Pratt does need some better movies. So
It's his best
I wouldn't
role.
mind. It 1000% is his best role. It's not even a question.
You didn't like Mercy?
Yeah, I didn't see Mercy, but Josh and Edgar talked about it. And I'm like, I would not see it now. But he's coming out with this like Apple TV white MAGA version of Karate Kid that's been making the rounds. It's funny because like this ex-army guy played by Chris Pratt helps out a kid who's been bullied. I'm like, okay. Somebody in the comments was like, watch the bullies be like black and Mexicans. Nobody has seen the movie yet. It's based off of a book, so it could be more, whatever. But it does seem very white. Anyways. Yeah, I think I'm curious. Star-Lord just seems like his story's just been wrapped up. I wouldn't be mind if like Star-Lord is gone, but like I don't know. Like I think they'll find a usage for his character somewhere else. That's cool, but like I would be fine if they wrap up his character sometime soon.
That's fair. I am curious about the idea of exploring Star-Lord, like how he's acclimating to living on Earth again after being removed from it ever since he was a child. Now he's back without any of the cosmic connections and fancy technology that he's grown accustomed to in the universe.
It's an interesting play to deal with there. For me, a lot of Star-Lord greatness came from his relationship with Gamora, and now that that's gone, I'm like, okay, time for him to wrap up too. So maybe we get like a Star-Lord Logan-esque movie to wrap things up. Not saying he's gonna die, but
yeah,
like a passing of the torch kind of stuff.
Will he ever find love again?
I don't know. And who can do a Star-Lord movie without James Gunn involvement? Like that's, I don't know, fam.
He could maybe be an executive producer. While
he's making Superman 5.
While he's making the entire DC universe, yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, why not? Does James have an exclusive contract with WB?
Yes, he's in charge of DC Studios.
Yes, but even Kevin was working on a Star Wars movie at a point.
He was not. He probably had a conversation with Kathleen, and everybody spun it out of control.
And Anthony Carboni on the show.
Yeah.
It's all the mouse, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Will we see the Guardians in Doomsday or be saved for Secret Wars? We haven't heard about them in any of the leaks, so I was curious. And Alex says, I think they kind of forgot about them, not going to lie.
The new Guardians?
Yeah. Or like any.
Yeah, and I don't think they forgot about them. That seemed like a James Gunn thing. Like, hey, like the ball's in your court, Marvel. I'm moving on. Here's a funding that could happen. And Marvel's like, I can't find any use for that team right now. It doesn't really have any like A characters besides Rocket and Groot. But so like, we'll see what happens.
Warlock, baby.
He's not an A character. He's a C character at best.
Yeah, but in the Infinity Gauntlet story, he was an A character.
Oh,
you fuck. All right. Person's asking of the different types of Hulks in the comics, Gray Hulk, Green Hulk, and Joe Fixit Hulk. Which version will we see in Spider-Man: Brand New Day and the Avengers movies? And Alex says it's the traditional green Savage Hulk, similar to the one from Age of Ultron when Wanda got in Banner's head, which is very Savage Hulk. So
wasn't Alex the one who said we had Gray Hawk or my that bullshit?
I think we had talked about that once, but I don't know if that was
okay.
Maybe that was like a person asking a question.
Okay.
Hey, a Shang-Chi thing, Evan. Are there still plans to make Shang-Chi 2? And if so, is Destin Daniel Cretton going to direct it?
And the
I'm
answer
sorry.
was?
No, I'm kidding. Alex says yes and yes.
Really? Yes and yes? Destin
Shang-Chi 2. Yeah, for sure Shang-Chi 2, and for sure Destin directing it.
For sure, Shang-Chi 2 is going to happen. I have no doubt about that. As much as I make a lot of jokes, I think that is more money in the bank. Destin will not write this. Probably, the Destin won't direct this. But probably at the time of like Alex listening to his source, yeah, why not? Destin created this universe. He did Wonder Man. He can go back and forth, right? No, this guy is doing Spider-Man 5, Spider-Man 6. Like, I don't know if he'll have time to do Shang-Chi 2. But I think they'll get a good director to replace him anyways. I'm just not confident. I think once people will see, like, oh, Destin did a perfect job with Brand New Day, let's put him back on Shang-Chi 2, have somebody... Because these Spider-Man movies, unlike Shang-Chi 2, which they can fuck around for, like, 5+ years now with, Spider-Man does not have that williness. Well, you know what I mean? Like, Spider-Man has to happen like every 2 to 3 years. We need a Spider-Man movie. The reason we had this break between now and No Way Home was 2021, right?
Yeah, so it'll be 5 years.
Crazy. It's only been 5 years. Already been 5 years. I mean,
yeah.
But like, it feels like that because Spider-Man was at the end of 2021, so it was more like 4 years. And like we knew going in, like, okay, yeah, they're marketing this as like after this they're gonna have a break. So yeah, like I just think they'll get somebody else, somebody cool. It will be an Asian director. They're not gonna have no Michael Waldron directing Shang-Chi 2 or whatever. Like it's gonna be an Asian director. Pick your poison. But
Chloe Zhao's back.
Chloe Zhao doing Shang-Chi 2, I would scream. We'll do a 3-hour podcast about why that's the best decision ever. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
But that won't happen. But we'll see. We'll see.
Right on. Marvel Studio. Hold on. With Marvel, will Marvel go more? Oh, sorry.
Sorry to interrupt. The guy who did he did Nobody 2. He's doing Beekeeper 2. Like he's like one of those kung fu people, kung fu directors. I forget what his name is. It's gonna kill me. John Woo, Shang-Chi 2.
Let's go, Dubs.
Give me 1 second. Timo Tajanto, whatever. He's doing Beekeeper 2. He's a pretty interesting up and coming director who's like kind of like the studio version of like, hey, this movie needs a sequel. It's a lot of action. Can you please do it? He's doing it now. But he'd be cool for a Shang-Chi. He did Beekeeper 2, Nobody 2. He has some good films in his filmography, so he'll be a solid. He's not destined, but like he could do a solid Shang-Chi too. But anyways, what's the next question?
Right on. Will Marvel go more into the history of the Ten Rings, the organization, at some point with like an animated show or something like Eyes of Wakanda?
I heard about
and
this.
Alex says Marvel Studios is interested in developing a Ten Rings project similar to Eyes of Wakanda. From an idea that I heard, though, different from how Eyes of Wakanda was executed. They want to show how the organization has gone on through the ages and has influenced the events of the MCU from the very beginning. It would have had the organization interact with characters throughout history, including the Eternals, the Red Room, World War II, and modern MCU events. It's a cool idea.
You said that's different from Eyes of Wakanda? Wasn't that what Eyes of Wakanda was about? I didn't watch it, but
I too would have yet to see Eyes of Wakanda. I should watch it. It's just 4 quick episodes.
But yeah, I mean that sounds like a very, very awesome idea. Again, they set up the 10 rings in such a fascinating way. They ended Shang-Chi 2 with his sister in charge, and they slept on it. God damn it. Okay.
There was just too much on Disney Plus already.
Oh God. You're not wrong.
It was also 2021 where we just started.
It is interesting that Destin was attached to that and Wonder Man, right? Like in 2021 and 2022. I remember both of those projects came out around the same time after the success of Shang-Chi. But it's funny that Wonder Man was the one that survived the chaos of Disney Plus, but not the Shang-Chi spinoff. But okay. Better late than never.
Okay. I was wondering whether you could tell us what other characters Marvel wants Spider-Man to team up with / interact with aside from the Daredevil stuff in the next saga. Thank you for your time. All right. Alex says, this is very, very early, but Deadpool is the top one thrown around. The logistics aren't impossible, but very, very tricky and difficult given the current nature of Sony's deal. But if anyone could pull it off, it's Ryan Reynolds. Also, Alex goes on to say, Mephisto is another character. I can already hear the fans screaming now. And that's one more character who pops up. And there's one more character who pops up in Spider-Man Brand New Day, whose role I hope it goes even remotely close to a certain Spider-Man storyline from the 90s, which Spidey fans have dubbed the worst storyline / saga ever. We might start seeing double. Okay, so that's an interesting thing I need to break down at some point. He has one more thing to say here. Oh, hold on. Evan cut out. I gotta backtrack a little bit, probably.
No, I heard most of your answers. For the Spider-Man crossover stuff.
Actually, realized I did finish the answer for that question. So we'll give Evan one more second. I saw him shaking his head against Deadpool, though.
Can you hear me?
But we'll see. Give it a second.
Hello.
It's interesting, though. I think this is an interesting thing with the second part, not necessarily the Mephisto part, but the 90s storyline thing.
Can you hear me? Hello? Really?
Evan!
Can you hear me?
Yes. What was the last thing you heard?
Oh, I was talking for like the last minute. I mean, yeah, I heard you talking about the Mephisto of it all. So I got most of it already.
Okay.
But yeah, like I don't love the idea of Spider-Man and Deadpool teaming up, even though I can see why a lot of executives would say like that's a lot of fun. It's just not my thing. It just seems like we're getting another just like, Logan. It'll feel like Logan and Deadpool. It's like fans want this interaction. How can we stretch this for 2 hours? I don't really need it. And I especially don't need the whole Mephisto of it all. That would be let's not go down that route.
Yeah, I could see the trepidation with Mephisto, but I can also recognize that Marvel has taken elements from the Mephisto Spider-Man plot, like One More Day, which they used in No Way Home, but they like retrofitted it to a better streamlined story, as opposed to just like, let's erase the history that we built for years and break up your MJ in a very mean-spirited way. It was like a more noble self-sacrifice thing, as opposed to like, can you save my 85-year-old geriatric aunt, please? No, they're not doing that.
True. And Draven says, well, I would like to see Black Cat and Spider-Man, but Sony's being Sony. Can Sony not do Black Cat in their Spider-Man sequels?
No, they can. I just don't think they're looking to do it right now. I don't know why.
That'll be fun.
Uh, it absolutely would. I do wonder though if it is going to do stuff with Mephisto. If like maybe they're playing on the idea of, hey, I can bring like the same way that Mephisto was preying on Riri and Ironheart. It's like, hey, I can bring back Aunt May that you lost, and Peter has to overcome the desire to take the deal. Because I think that would be like the championing thing for audiences to be positive. Is like Peter says no to that, because if he says yes, then it's like, well, fuck, we did the comic again. But then, yeah, the second part got really interesting. I think that's when you started to glitch out. They said there's one more character who pops up in Spider-Man Brand New Day, whose role I hope remains at the level of the Tinkerer in Spider-Man Homecoming, because if it goes even remotely close to a certain Spider-Man storyline from the 90s, which Spidey fans have dubbed the worst storyline / saga ever, we might start seeing double. That sounds like he's insinuating the idea of clones in the Clone Saga, which most people really don't like from the 90s, because he also says like seeing double. I don't know to what capacity it would function. No, it's not. But I do wonder like what that insinuates within the realm of this story coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very fascinating how little we still know about Brand New Day. You know, in terms of overall story. We're starting to get into we know Coleman Domingo's stuff going on, but yeah, clones is just not a good thing, and movies in general not a fun thing. But yeah. By the way, I got to go like in the next 7 or so minutes.
Okay. We'll do a few more here. Okay. It's been said that there's going to be various other villains in Brand New Day. Does this mean that they'll be part of a potential opening montage establishing Spidey's Rogue Gallery? Alex says, seems as though Peter has made quite some enemies since No Way Home. If so, something like that. Most of them are literally niche B2C ranked villains from the comics. But yeah, he says there's about 9 villains from his Rogues Gallery here in this movie, and I think majority of them are going to be in that montage.
9 villains is crazy. Spider-Man has a lot.
He does.
But yeah, I like this opening sequence tease that we've been getting this for the past year now, but about how like this opening montage can just be really, really fun and like have a lot of cool eye catchers.
No, yeah, totally. And I think they're going to be like more niche ones, like you said. So it's not going to be like, oh, he fought a Doc Ock. Like that's not going to happen.
For sure.
Somebody's asking, like, is there any word on casting or involvement of live action Miles? And Alex says, I have no updates on the live action Miles at this time. People are asking, one character I'm surprised we haven't heard more about in the lead up to Brand New Day is J. Jonah Jameson. Do you know if J.K. Simmons will be returning for Brand New Day? Alex says, I've heard that J.J. will be returning for Brand New Day. There was also some rumor about Angry Rice returning as Betty Brant, working under J. Jonah Jameson in the Daily Bugle, and the idea of introducing Robbie Robertson as well, but nothing as of yet. That would be nice to build out the Daily Bugle for sure.
Yeah, we definitely need to build that up some more. I miss my, newspaper style, and it's hard to do that in modern times, but I still just miss that entity. They did it well with like Superman, so it can work here.
Yeah, totally. Have you heard when or if we may see Simon Williams show up again? Alex says, given his positive reception, expect a second season for Simon Williams.
Yeah, and Alex isn't the only one. A lot of other people are hearing stuff about a season 2. Too much of like, because of the high reviews, that might just be possible. People have been made complaints about like everything dropping on the same day, but it arguably kind of worked out for Wonder Man. Getting to watch the entire story from start to finish there.
Yeah. I don't think I haven't cut out again. I'll wait for him for a second. I hope he can come back really quick because I only have about 2 more things to discuss here. Or maybe 1 more, actually.
Okay.
Yo.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think getting Wonder Man's story from start to finish very good. It made us positive. The thing is, like, he didn't have like the most longevity. The show didn't have longevity. What?
Yeah.
the overwhelming positive reception is so strong, and the show is so excellent. Like there's tons of possibilities that they can make for a season 2, tons and tons. Just I remember the last episode alone where the director was like, we could do a sequel. They can play up like they can do a meta talk about like sequels in Hollywood. Kind of like how this one did all about like revitalizing an old franchise in Wonder Man.
Yeah.
The second season can talk about like sequels in Hollywood and how sequels, come into play. It can be very fun, meta, and funny, and hopefully just as heartfelt as the first season. I think it's a very likely. But granted, we heard a lot of likely season 2 stuff happening. Miss Marvel season 2 was likely for a second there. Hawkeye season 2. So we never know. And Disney Plus isn't having the most confidence in their like Marvel and Star Wars. So who knows? But I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Skimming through the stuff that I have left, it's mainly stuff we've already touched upon. So I think that's going to do it.
Okay. But yeah, I'm excited for more Wonder Man. And the big thing is like, again, as a Shang-Chi fan, like when is Shang-Chi 2 going to happen? And if it does happen in a post Secret Wars mutant saga scenario, who's going to be fun to like team up with Shang-Chi? That can be very exciting. And who can they get to direct it? But yeah, we're getting closer and closer. This was a lot of rumors, but we're getting closer and closer to like actual trailer stuff for Spider-Man and for Doomsday. Nothing happened with the Super Bowl. We know that now, post Super Bowl. Congratulations, Seattle. But I'm March is going to be big. I think we're definitely going to get something from Spider-Man in March. Hopefully this month, though. Hopefully we get something in Black History Month for Spider-Man. You never know. But yeah, find me on Twitter, Harris EV9. Illin. Tomorrow I'm doing a breakdown of A Night of Seven Kingdoms with Edgar on Where Heartbreak Feels Good. That show is so great. So if you're not watching A Night of Seven Kingdoms, the Game of Thrones spinoff on HBO, please do. It's a great show. And then we'll also be back on this channel later this week talking about Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, 3 episodes this time around for season 1. So first 2 episodes were great, and I can't wait to dive into more episodes.
Hell yeah, man. Exciting. You can follow me _TimeBlazer, making a show called Time Blazer with co-star and creative consultant Evan Harris.
Plain Ben and Time Blazer won't get any extra movies, spinoffs. We're not going to do a Secret Wars type shit. Right, Nathan?
I got at least 1 spinoff in me, maybe 2. Sequel series when it's all done. Yeah, man. I have open doors.
You're gonna make a Legend of Korra to Time Blazer
without the time jump, probably. more of like a the next generation, if anything. But
okay, that sounds cool.
I got like some supernatural, crazy, spooky shit I want to explore in that realm. But let's do the fucking show first,
For sure.
So that being said, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like button, subscribe, and already ring the bell so you miss coverage on all things Marvel rumors, because we do it every time. And that being said, hope you have a great day. Catch you guys next time.